Welcome back, Dynamic Gang. If you're new to the channel, you already know what to do. Hey, guess what? So, because yesterday we did Gleipnir, we did like a couple of the animated music videos, is what I'm talking about, inspiration. So, this is the very first time I'm actually drawing these characters from Gleipnir, whatever. Um, and like I said, it's an interesting anime. A lot of action. I never saw. I mean, you always see like people getting into like mechs and like big robots, but you never see somebody getting into a. I'm just gonna put my charger in. You never see anybody getting into another living thing unless it's a parasite. I don't know. I guess you could say they're parasites because she needs him to live because she doesn't have that power that he has, and he needs her because he's completely out of his effing mind. You have to watch the anime. That's all I can tell you. We're going to get into this. So, again, I don't have the iPad. Or if I did the iPad, I would have done the sketching for you guys. But now that I'm just going to do like the outlining and with the inking. So, again, my wife's using the iPad. So, let's get into this. Anytime you see me sketching first, before I do like the iPad and whatnot. Now you have to remember, like, think of me as like a tattoo artist, but only on clothes and other stuff, right? Because part of, and I've always told you, make the picture your own, right? But certain incidents, like if somebody's paying you, if a client is paying you to do a piece, they're going to probably want you to be picture perfect. So that's why I practice on these stuff. You know, like it's always good practice. You could always draw your own characters, which I always do. And you always, could do your own, detailing and everything else. But sometimes, and I'm saying this because of dealing with the customers, they're not going to want you to venture off on your own because they're not paying you for your, for whatever your name is. They're not paying you for what you think and what you feel what you think the picture should look like and where the details should be. A lot of times they give you a picture and this is what they want, but the tattoo artists have it easier because at least they could put like some kind of transfer. I think it was like deodorant or something like that. It was something like transfer the picture onto your skin, and they at that point they can trace it. There are tattoo artists that do freehand, but for the most part, they're looking at a picture. They're looking at something that one of the customers gave them. So again, yes, I do want you to venture off, and I do want you to do pictures on your own. I do want you to use your mind instead of looking at a picture, instead of looking at things to draw. But the reason why I look at the pictures is because it's good practice, especially with the kind of field that I do, right? And also, maybe somebody wants a J. Scott Campbell, or they want somebody, they want like almost like a duplicate of that person because maybe they don't have enough money to, you're at the mercy of Comic-Con. You're at the mercy of Comic-Con, pretty much. Like, anytime you're like going to like a Comic-Con and you want to get like a picture taken or something like that, or you want him to do a rough sketch, that's money. Whether it's 100, whether it's 200, whether it's 300, you still got to pay money for that. So maybe they don't have that kind of money, so they have the next best thing. Whereas to find somebody, that can do the detail and to make it look like a J. Scott Campbell work or a Alex Ross, or hell no, because Alex Ross is on a different level. But I mean, you could do it though. Don't get me wrong, but he's a painter. I'm not really a painter. So again, yes, airbrush is a paint, but it's a different medium. Just like the paint that he uses is probably different. Anyway, so we're gonna get into this video. Enough of me talking, and yeah. So, Gleipnir, or Gleipnir, I don't know how to say it. Gleipnir? Okay, anyway. The point I'm trying to make is that it's an interesting anime. It's, you always see like people getting in and out of machines and big robots, but how many times have you seen a living thing, except for the symbiote, like Venom and rest like Spider-Man and all the rest of that? How many of you seen like a living thing going into another living thing? Unless it's a parasite. And I guess that could be like the same kind of gist for it, because, she kind of needs him and he needs her. So yeah, it's a symbiote relationship. But anyway, this is what I'm talking about when you do your animated videos. This is freedom. This is total freedom because you have the option to either draw it or don't draw it, you know, and to be able to have that freedom. Oh man, I can't express it, man. It's almost like, you know, how when people, explain how fishing is and you're like, oh God, that's boring. Right. But unless you're the one that's fishing and you get that fish and that hits that hook and you're trying to set that hook, man, there's no other fight like that, man. Fishing is incredible once you get a fish on there. When you're waiting for a fish, it is incredibly boring. So yes, it goes either way. But the same thing with here, you know, like, to be honest with you, like a lot of these animes that I watch, I'm like, wow, this is pretty cool. And I know that they can't draw in-depth detail because they have a certain timeline that they have to put out certain mangas and whatnot. That's why they have a team to help them. But to be honest with you, this is pretty detailed. I liked it. I liked the gist of it. I liked the storyline. I think I gave it a, what was it, 8 out of 10 or was it a 9 out of 10? It was one of those. It could go to a 9. I would still say to about an 8. That would probably be my safe bet. It's still pretty good. But anyway, I know it was a while since I drawn, and I know I still got the 2 Madolche cards, bro. Like, you don't understand. Like, I'm Madolche'd out. Like, honestly, I'm Madolche'd out. You know, like, I don't care about no damn cute little animated freaks. No, I'm only joking. No, I'm gonna work on that, but Gleipnir was just in my head, and I was like, you know what? I gotta get this out of my system. So thank you so much, and let me know down in the comments what you think. Gleipnir. Thanks for drawing with me. And we're going to get into the next one. Thank you.